We went from a completely stacked, talented field of riders from Jet Lawrence all the way down to Shane McEldoodle in last. But now we are out 4 of the strongest riders in the 450 class, and we're going into round 6. What in the heck is happening?
My hero. Gone.
Light a candle.
Light a candle. Do whatever, because, man, this season's cooked.
I can't even keep a straight face. Broken legs.
Broken legs, broken knees.
I mean,
ride around with broken legs. Think that's
shoulders. Cool. The biggest thing for me, dude, about last weekend is he raced the entire heat and with a freaking broken leg. He was out there, every single time he landed was like
dude, the way he was half cocked too on the peg, yeah. Peg leg. Just straight up peg leg. And 7th place coming out of the heat with a broken tib. Tib or fib? Fib's the big one?
Fibula.
Fibula is the small one. Okay,
yeah.
So he broke the small one. What is Asterisk? I mean, do they have any form of modern technology that could see a broken
It's like
bone?
A guy back there with a camera looks good.
He's like, it looks like just a strain, bud. Go for it. It's like, come on, man. Like, dude, it was snapped in half. It wasn't even like, oh, look at that hairline fracture. No, it's completely gone.
Fully dislocated, moved away.
Yeah. It
looks good to me.
Yeah, he's like, go out and race. I'm like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah, just throw a little ace bandage on there and be good to go.
Fastest in qualifying until that happened, bud. Fastest he said in his Instagram that was the fastest he's ever felt on 2 wheels. That's scary.
I love that.
Because that dude is fast as hell.
Bring us in, Zach.
Guys, we are here and another fallen rider. RIP, say the prayers. Oh my gosh, we are here. We're going to talk about it. We're going to walk you through what just happened, what we witnessed in Tampa Bay. Another fallen soldier. Man, I thank you guys for showing up. Thanks again. Hopefully the season stops with all the injuries because I'm about over that.
We were doing so good.
We may have jinxed it.
We were doing so good. There was no injuries. Everyone was fine, healthy. Dude, we were doing so good.
We were doing great. Jet was looking like, human, which was cool to see. And then he goes down. And then, boom, we get 2 back-to-back. We got Tomac in qualifying, which looked pretty bad. We were talking about it. They slowed down the video quite a bit. And it was like, all right, did he do it when his leg was kind of half-cocked? And it looked like it just kind of jabbed it. And I'm like, oh, that looks kind of similar to a Jet injury. And I was kind of bummed about that. I'm like, maybe it's a muscle tear of some sort. And then it slowed it down. And it was just coming up the ramp on that rhythm section that his foot literally got caught underneath his peg. And
Big
that
pain.
Dude,
God, dude, I can only imagine.
Yeah, and the way he was kind of gingerly coming off that motorcycle after that, I was like, ooh.
Oh, well, he had that big boy waddle about him, just walking off the bike. Like, I'm like, dude, if that were me, I would have used that bike as a wheelchair everywhere I went. Like, I would not get off and walk anywhere.
Dude, and I get the text, hey, Tomac's hurt. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That just sucked.
Take him out of your top 5. Did you take him out of your top 5?
I did not. I had him winning, obviously, and then before I'm like, man, we've seen, because they said a calf strain.
Right, or a bruise.
If I would have known the homeboy was running around with one leg, I would have taken him out the top 5.
Broken leg.
But with a calf strain, I'm like, that guy will gut it out. Oh, he gutted it out all right.
He gutted it.
He gutted it.
He full gutted it.
Oh, my gosh, dude. I'm just so bummed for the guy. So bummed.
Yeah. And so we called Track Talkers yesterday. We got their kind of like first impression on this thing.
He's got boots on the ground, so we take his.
Yeah, we want to hear from him.
We want to hear him
from the Antic Naps. And so one of the things that we were talking about is like, have you ever seen the intensity ever since Eli? Since you've seen him on Geico Honda, like, have you ever seen this intensity from Eli before?
The only thing I could relate it to was like when he first got on the scene on a 250F. Remember when he won Hangtown, went like 1-1, his first ever pro race, and he like just smashed everyone. And then he did it again, Hangtown. This was he must have been on a Honda still. And he beat Dungey by like close to 2 minutes. It was almost a full lap, second place. since then, we hadn't seen that Eli. I mean, obviously, he's been dominant and won championships since then, but we haven't seen that just insane throw the motorcycle wherever he wanted it to go until this year. This year, he was riding that motorcycle like we were talking about with Track Talkers, like a pit bike. It looked like if you and I were on a CRF 110 and how
pinned everywhere.
Yeah, and how like hero you would feel. That's how he felt on a full-on factory YZ 450.
Yeah.
He was just throwing that thing anywhere. The guy didn't matter. I mean, look, we saw it last week at the Triple Crown. The guy was getting last place starts and going all the way up to third place like it was nothing. And it just, dude.
That's true beast mode.
It was beast mode. It was graped ape, whatever you want to call it.
I love the graped ape.
And I was actually talking to my pops about this, and he hit a point that I kind of got me thinking, and I was pretty bummed about it. He said, I think that it was his best shot at ever winning a championship again. And I thought about that, and I'm like, I think you're right.
Ooh.
I think you're right. And that really gets me to say that, because you had Jet at a down year. You know, you have these guys that are just not being who they thought we were going to be, right? And, like, this was his opportunity. Now, I hope it is just a bone break, so hopefully that heals relatively quickly, and maybe he gets a championship outdoors. Because outdoors he could do it, and then maybe you sign off. But, again, it's like that taste in his mouth, dude. He's like, just like the last championship he lost on on a torn Achilles in the last race, he's got that taste in his mouth where he's like, I can beat these guys still.
He knows he can.
Yeah, it's like, I don't care if Jet's fully 100. Like, I can beat him. And that's, I feel like, going to just keep propelling him. I'm hoping that's not the last time we see him on two wheels in a Supercross race. But it very well could be.
I feel bad for the guy. I really do. And Eli, the collective community can't wait to see you back on that bike as soon as possible. But we have other news to talk about. I don't want to dwell on the sad stuff forever, but I mean, Godspeed to Eli. But Malcom freaking Stewart, bro.
The fastest guy on the track.
Not only the fastest, but let's actually look at this for a second. I'm going to put this up on the screen because this is worth looking at. This is the race results. Okay, this is sand Rhythm 1, so they break the track into segments, right?
That whole track was insanely difficult for every single rider. For
every single rider except for Malcom.
Yeah.
His fastest lap time, his best lap time was a 54. Let's just call it a 54 flat because it was 54.13. Okay. Coop's fastest. Coop was on rails too.
Yeah, he was riding good.
A whole 3 second. No, 4. Holy mackerel.
No, come on. That's not right, is it?
Dude. So a 7-second gap at finish.
Okay. With Webb, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So if you went by each one of his times, it was a second in the sand he was slower, a second he was slower.
I see how that's
whoops.
Breaking that down. That's crazy.
Like basically the same in Rhythm 3. He was a little faster over the triple. Rhythm 2, a little faster there. So it's like they definitely had that yin and yang thing going on, but
the yang is where Malcom was making all that
7
progression.
seconds. And not only that, but like when we started to really see Malcom move up through the pack, I was like, the heck is Mookie doing?
Yeah, and Bubba was obviously saying it on the broadcast. He's like, I told him double, triple out.
Yep.
And hit those whoops with as much speed as you could. And it looked like a man-a-month's child play out there, dude.
Yeah.
Like he was going into those whoops, balls out, keeping the bike completely straight. Sexton and both Webb looked like they were like just fumbling.
Beginners.
Whoops. Yeah, just trying to jump, trying to skim some. Dude, Mookie it was so sick to see. It was so sick to see.
Dude was absolutely ripping. And I'm going to say this right now, like Mookie's back.
Mookie's back and he's in your top 5, I'll tell you that much.
If he's not in your top 5 this week, you guys are messing up and you need to fix your picks right now. And to get into that in a little bit here, we'll get into our picks and we'll get into all that stuff, guys. But
dude, the guy was on absolute rails. I didn't think when we were texting back and forth, he was running about 4th place. I was like, man, if the guy gets a top 3, that's freaking sweet. But then the tide started turning into this guy.
What it was, too, it was the whoops. Every time he went through the whoops, he like gained a 10th
and
on
the
dude in
crowd
front
was just
of him.
going nuts.
Yeah.
It was so awesome. And then we saw classic Sexton.
Yep.
Dude, bro, the guy, it's been a couple years since he's done the old Sexton tuck. But does this kind of revert back to where he was 2 years ago on the Honda? Now that he's got that mental thing, like, hey, because I'll tell you what, this racing ain't going to get easier for Sexton.
No.
Webb thinks he can win this championship. Now Mookie's got a new fire under his butt. Roxon's under.
Did you hear what Malcolm said? He was like, man, this is what winning feels like.
Dude, he's like, finally his Stewart's back on top.
I want to feel this again.
Yeah, dude. He's honestly incredible.
Yeah.
For Husqvarna to kind of stick with Mookie for as long as they have, hats off to those guys, because obviously that guy, we've been picking him for wild card this whole year, right? 13th,
for freaking 12th,
8th,
yeah,
1st. What? Where'd that come from?
Didn't see it coming. Glad to see it. Didn't see it coming.
Yeah, dude. But I do think, like we said, top 5, you got to put him in there now, because I think he's riding with confidence that he's never had in his life.
Ever.
Obviously. He's never won a 450 main, and now he has the first ever brother duo to do so.
That's so sick. That's, the first brothers to be champions. Or not champions, but winners.
Winners. Yeah, Hunter hasn't done it on the big bike yet.
That's insane.
Yeah, so Jet, for sure, we all thought Jet.
That's cool that the Stewart stamped that before
honestly,
because the Lawrence is coming. Like I don't want to shake anyone's tree
for
here.
For sure, yeah. Hunter's gonna win one.
They're young bucks. It's gonna happen. Okay, just give it a maybe a few months or something, but it's gonna happen.
Did he say how many years has it been that he's been on the big bike? I want to say it's 6+ years, and he's never got a win.
That's great. I know he's won some heats though.
Some heats, and he's been fast.
He's made podiums.
He had a couple years ago where he was starting to look like he was getting top 5s, and everyone's like, okay.
And then he broke his leg.
He eats crap.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I've seen this, over and over again from Mookie, is when he shows speed, he makes a mistake in some shape or form. And I was waiting for that. I was waiting for it. And, dude, the dude just pulled through. Took it to the checkers.
In front of family and friends. It doesn't get any better than that.
Dude, at hometown, Florida, Stewart, his brother, commentating.
Right.
And it was a cool thing, where he's getting choked up. And it was – Ricky also said something. These guys, I love them on the broadcast. Yeah. Honestly, I think they've turned the sport around.
Well, they're former, race champions like Ricky and James,
and they know each other.
Yeah, and it's like those guys. I don't know if you guys are so privy to their past, but those dudes have been racing each other since the Pee Wee classes, when they're 5-6 years old.
Bro, do us a favor. If you're a fan of moto, go to YouTube. Terra Firma 1. You could see Travis, who I hope they get in the booth this year too.
That would be sick.
I
would love to see something
Ricky
from Travis.
And James. Those guys, and they're doing it now with the broadcast. And Ricky's pretty much just like, dude, I think I got my favorite Stewart now. And he's talking about Malcom. I thought that was hilarious. I was just like, dude, that's so awesome. But, man, congrats to Mookie.
Congrats, Mookie.
You deserve it, man. And
so stoked.
Whew. Now let's talk about the championship contenders, because unfortunately, Mookie, I don't quite have you up there.
Now we need to talk championship contenders, because I bet you right now someone's behind Cooper Webb rubbing his shoulders like, champ, you know what? Here we come, brother. We're going to Detroit.
He is just getting
what I mean?
His chops.
He's kind of doing that little warm up thing that the UFC fighters do.
Yeah.
He's the Sean Stricklands of Supercross here.
Mm-hmm. Webb, it's worked out perfectly for him. And the dude has just been obviously solid, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, whatever that is. And now he's seeing all this come to fruition. I think Sexton doesn't have anything for him, bro.
We're going to get into our picks, and we're going to cover that in a second. But I do want to go over the group, because there is someone that's just, holding it down for dirt tricks, man. I'm stoked on this dude. Garrett Stelmach.
That guy's
still on top.
Still on top, and he's still top 1,000 in the world.
971 overall. Garrett, keep up the good work. I think we're going to have Garrett on a call.
He's got the best picks by far.
We got to get him on a call. Garrett,
good job, man.
Email us, and we'll work on getting you on next Friday's show. But Garrett holding down 240 points, 971 overall, first place. Good job. Keep up the good work. You might be headed for a shirt and a hat if you keep it rolling this next weekend.
For sure.
T Swizzle, 217 points. Good job, T Swizzle.
Last few years, he's always been up there too. So shout out to T Swizzle. Thanks for coming back.
Schledog, first appearance in the top 3. Schledog with 215 points, made an amazing pick on last weekend's race, and so that explains that.
Good job.
So good job to our top 3. Keep up the good work. We're not even halfway into this yet, but it's coming quick, man.
It really is. This racing has been no short of surprises. Mm-hmm. It's been a great season. Unfortunately, it's come with injuries, but dude, yeah. These picks have been tough this year, and I think they're just going to continue to get tougher because there's a lot of guys from third back that can have one good night and be in that top 5, whereas when we started the season, it was Tomac, Jet, Hunter. We're all pretty much always in your top 5. They're no longer there anymore. So scratch off. Another one bites the dust.
So we were talking about can't ride 97 last week. Maybe you can't ride.
But he can do his picks.
But he can make some picks.
Was he still in the top 5?
In the top 5, dropped down to 4. Okay. We'll look real quick. 15 points. So that's a big ouch there. Can't ride 97. He went Chase, Eli, Coop, Ken, Hunter, and Shane. So 4 of those guys.
Not there.
Not even there. Eli, Ken, Hunter, DNFs or no shows anyway. I don't know about DNFs,
but here's the thing. We talked about this before.
Great picks.
Rocky Mountain drops your worst 2 at the end of the year.
And I think Can't Ride 97 is going to drop this weekend.
I would hope 15 is the worst he gets.
I think, yeah. But, yeah.
I had a couple of those last year.
It's all right.
More than 2, so it didn't help me out at the end. But, dude.
Rough.
Clint, how are you looking this year?
I don't want to talk about it. Hey, listen, everyone at home, don't look at my points. Don't worry about it. Just maybe look at Mr. Wheezy, who we're going to give a call in a second because we got to know what Wheezy knows this week.
Wheezy knows.
We got to know what Wheezy knows.
He was a little preoccupied last week going to Canada. He's back stateside.
Right.
Says he took some notes. He has some ideas. He has some thoughts on what he saw.
But if you want to get Mr. Wheezy's picks are down in the group. Same thing with Papa Soup here.
Yep.
So you can definitely take a look at those.
Yep.
I don't need to talk about mine. Okay? I feel like we could just get past that right now.
I kind of feel like you're Webb in this scenario, though. Just looking back, licking your chops. I think this is where you're going to make your hay.
I hope so.
I have a positive outlook.
I hope so. I've eaten crow so much this entire year so far. It's just I don't want crow anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't.
Let's get you like a plus 60. A plus 60 would be nice, right?
Actually,
like a plus 60.
A plus 60. I'm gonna stamp that right now.
Yeah.
Plus 60.
Get Clint plus 60
for good old London Mex this weekend.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see what happens. Why don't you work on getting Wheezy on the phone?
Yes. Let's do our picks first.
Yeah. Let's get our picks.
Let's get our picks, and then we'll save that for last. That way we know what our picks are. Then we could.
Well, I can't wait to hear your picks because I know who you're picking for first, Mr. Cooper Webb, number 2, Cody Webb, Cooper Webb. They're both number 2. They're both on blue.
Yamabugs. Man,
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. I'm excited to hear Zach's picks right now.
All right. Here we go.
For Detroit.
Like he said, this is Detroit, and I don't know if you heard it, but on the box, Webb put out a little precursor to what you're about to see. He said, I really like Detroit. You know what really liking makes? A win. So he's on the top spot. I got Webb winning by a country mile.
Yep. I knew it. Freaking knew it.
And this is where it gets a little rough. Sexton, at the end of the day, I feel like he's going to kind of get a little defensive. He's still up. Is he at 8 points or 10 points on Webb still in the championship? Can we pull that up?
Yes, we can.
Because this will help me out a little bit because I think I've got Sexton in second.
Point standings. We got Chase Sexton 17. He got so total 101.
Okay.
Coop 96.
Whoa, they're a lot closer than I thought. I got Sexton in second. I think Webb, the guy's just going to prove to be why he's a multi-time champion. Roxon, rounding out the top 3. Brother, you've made a lot of headlines on not knowing how to tighten your chain. Take it from a guy that makes
guy's foot. The dude's foot went to his chain.
Take it from a guy and another guy that manufactures sprockets and chains. Get yourself maybe a little better quality that a Fox boot can't take it off.
That's right.
And let's keep you on the podium. I got you in third, bud. Make me feel good.
Yep.
Mookie in fourth. I was really close to putting Mookie in third.
I did not see that one coming for you.
Because let me tell you, Roxon got a little I texted the group because I didn't think it was very smart for Roxon to split the 2 lappers. Tristan Lane, who runs our stuff, thank you. You know, you're awesome. Obviously, that's
class act.
Yeah, super class act. But bro, the sand, you couldn't control anything. And no one was. Everyone was going everywhere. And for Roxon to think he was going to split those 2 guys, I don't know what he was thinking.
You know, when he exited the berm, there was a gap, and by the time he went up that lip, there was no more gap.
There was no gap. And thankfully, he's not hurt because it looked like he could have got crushed.
No, but did you see the straight matrix like tuck under the bike and the bike barely miss him?
Bro, like his head kind of hit a little bit. And I'm just like, bro, that guy got lucky. Good thing his arm didn't get sucked up or something.
Oh, dude, don't even say that.
Roxon, keep it in third. Keep it on 2 wheels. I need you on the box.
Yep.
Mookie fourth.
Yep.
Mookie fourth. And honestly, this guy could just win this whole darn thing.
He's got a taste of it.
He's got the taste of the winning, and I think his big brother is going to tell him, hey, keep it going, bud.
Yep.
Make us proud. Mm-hmm. Ando in 5th.
Ando for 5th. Okay, so we're thinking Hunter's hurt.
Hunter's, I don't know.
It's been complete blackout at the Honda camp.
We didn't even talk about Hunter, but, dude, the guy's neck snapped like a Twix. I texted the group chat again. I'm like, he's done.
He's done. That's it.
That did not look good.
Luckily, he stood up under his own power. Luckily, it looked like all of his arms and everything were working.
Yo, for sure. So, that's all good, but dang, his neck's going to be, he's going to need a backiotomy.
Oh, dude.
It looks not quite, it didn't look quite like Faulkner from last year, you know, where they had the guy walking with a broken back.
Right.
Again, asterisk or
what the
Alpine
heck?
Star. It used to be asterisk. Now it's Alpine Star. I don't care what you're calling yourselves. You got guys walking with broken backs. You got guys riding with broken legs. Let's figure it out a little bit.
Alpine Star.
Might have to get my wife out there. She's soon to be a nurse practitioner.
That's
She
right.
probably knows a little bit more about this stuff.
Make some good money doing that.
Yeah, you know what? Alpine Star, call her up. She'll tell Tomac like it is. Okay, Ando 5th. 13th is going to be a tough one this week.
13th is not that tough. I think so. So before he says anything, I'm going to give you guys a spread here. Savachi got 12th last week. Okay. Versace. Or no, I'm sorry. That's points. No, I'm on points. I'm on points.
I think Versace got like 9th.
I'm on points. Oh, sorry. Okay. We got Colton Nichols 12th, Benny Blossom 13th, Anthony Rodriguez, which one of his best rides, 14th. And Mitchell Oldenburg, who kind of let you down, up in 11th.
Well, he didn't let me down. The guy just freaking rode really well. He went to the LCQ. The I'm like, this is looking good.
The Betas
did great.
Yeah, between Benny and Mitch in that top 13. So good job, boys.
Yeah, I think they got a little amped after last week's start, with Roxon getting taken out by Benny and
Benny, and then poor Mitch, Mitch is the one that took him out.
Mitch took him out, and then Benny took the brunt
Benny's
of it.
like, Ken was just
Roxon's got that little prima donna, You saw the cameraman, the guy ate crap, didn't even care about him.
It's a Fox, the Fox riders. For some reason, you get a Fox logo on these guys, all of a sudden they're prima donnas.
Top notch.
You know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking to.
Camera dude falls down, $100,000, hits his face. Roxon just keeps walking.
Yeah, it doesn't. Are you okay? No.
Hey, no. All right, Benny.
Yeah.
Benny and the Jets for 13th. I'm hoping I could see him doing better, but it's going to be tough.
It is going to be tough.
Let's hear your picks, Clint, because
goated
plus 60, you better knock my socks off.
I need something. So I'm not picking Coop for the win, and it's not because Coop is slow. It's because I still think I still think that Sexton is faster than Cooper Webb. I don't think he's as consistent as Cooper Webb, which is a problem. And this is where I think his 1-2 picks and my are
identical.
Exactly, but mirrored. So Sexton, I pick for the W. Okay.
Wait, hold on.
No, it's right here. I'm writing down your picks. That's Zach.
Oh my gosh, I thought he was.
No.
So you got Sexton winning this thing?
I got Sexton.
I thought you said you wanted plus 60.
I do.
Oh, okay.
So that I got to try something here.
All right, I like it.
Hail Mary.
Go for it.
Cooper Webb in second.
Oof.
I believe. Kenny in third.
Okay, we're identical except for the flip-flop first and second, okay?
Ando fourth.
Just saw a guy ride faster than anyone on the track, and now you got him in fifth.
Have you, I already know the answer to this. You've never been to Detroit.
Never.
That track sucks. That dirt is not
hard
Tampa.
pack, or what are we talking about?
Yes, always blue groove, always hard packed. Tampa is not Detroit.
Seems a little interesting because Webb likes it, and he normally doesn't like the hard pack. So something. Okay. Ando in 4th.
Malcom Stewart for 5th. Whoa. Yep. Joey Savacci, 13th. He did really, really good last week. Probably going to end up changing that one. Don't feel very good about that one at all, but that's what I have.
I thought you said 13th was easy.
13th is easy if
it goes the way he says it.
Have you gotten any wild cards this year? Mm-mm. I've gotten 2. And look at my points.
And
Junk.
Were they both Mookie?
They were both Mookie.
Well, you better put them for 13th.
Yeah, no, Mookie, you're not getting 13th.
No,
I'm calling that out right now.
Back.
Not going to happen.
Mookie's
not going to
back.
happen.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's our picks. We like to hear yours down in the comments down here on YouTube, so definitely drop them down below because I like to look at those and study those because I know this video goes out on Saturday, and I like to look at those and then take them into consideration, see if I want to make any changes on my pick. So definitely drop yours down in the comments below.
Yeah, especially the guys that are doing well. Put your comments down first because he needs some help. So
real bad. We're chasing 60 this week. It's like golf. I'm chasing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Breaking
chasing
50.
60. I'm chasing 60.
Yeah, you need it.
We
all need it, to be honest with you. But go, Clint.
Let's go.
Mr. Wheezy knows 250s. Mr. Wheezy knows 250s. Wheezy knows 250s. That's why he's on the show.
Wheezy, what do you know?
What the heck does Wheezy know?
Wheezy just ate shit getting out of his truck on an icy Spokane road. I think I got the pro circuit curse, man.
Oof.
Oh, you got your Fox on.
The Levi's.
Oh, man, the Levi's did me dirty.
Oh, my gosh, man. Take us through what you saw. You're Mr. 250 guy. So what? I didn't see much out of that race, but what did you see?
Yeah, we remembered Levi Kitchen's name, but then what the hell happened, man?
Man, that is so unfortunate for the guy. You know my biggest struggle with these guys is, you know what? You're going to have a fall. You're going to tip over. You're going to crash. But why does it take you so goddamn long to pick up the bike?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Why? It's like they just give up after that.
Yeah, it's like, I'm down. Now I have a reason not to keep pushing.
Yeah.
It is so frustrating watching. I can't watch that from a fan. It immediately turns me off. It's you see some guys like Savacci used to pick it up in a hurry. Hampshire gets up real quick, and they move with a purpose.
Osborne.
But I did not see Osborne. Yep.
Yeah.
I did not see purpose with Kitchen.
Yeah, dude, you hit the nail right on the head there. The guy holds off for the East Coast, and he comes in flat. That's not good. What's that say?
No, it was flatter than your high school girlfriend's butt.
That's flat.
That's pancake flat. Jeez Louise, man. What did you think? What did you think about Pierce Brown? Because that was a gut wrencher for me.
Yeah.
That sucked to watch. I love when a guy goes to a new team and he just kills it. He's going out there, he's laying down the laps, he looks good, and it's so unfortunate for him. That's a big crash, a big surgery. Anything back-related, neck-related, that's how do you come back from that and have the confidence to trust the surgery, trust the what if you got plate? I don't know. Did you get plates, screws?
See, and that's I was going to ask you. I don't know.
Yeah,
is it a cage around a vertebrae?
Yeah, I heard screws. It's so T5, right? So I heard screws.
Was it T5 or C? Yeah, because it was his neck that snapped.
We better fact check that because it goes cervical, thoracic, lumbar, right?
Right.
7, 12, 5.
Yeah, I mean, if it was T5, I mean, that's probably obviously better than a C injury. I don't know. Honestly, it's
T5.
T5. Okay, so
not cervical.
That's good, but
he might not have had that new Austin Forkner Alpine Star Avalanche pack on.
Yeah, that thing looks rad. Have you seen that? Mm-mm. It's a new chest protector that basically it's like they're bringing the technology of the MotoGP guys, and so when you have a crash, this thing
lights up.
Oh, wow. It's like an airbag. But he didn't have that. And now, like you're saying, I mean, the kid showed promise. He was on gas for a long time, and he gets on Star Racing. And most racers and most riders, like we're seeing with Anstey, who took the win, they get on that Star bike, and it's like a jolt of energy. And poor guy broke his neck. So let's hope and pray that he's going to be good. And you never want to see that because, again, it just makes it weaker. And you know what happens if you crash and hit it again,
Oof,
things can get worse really quick. So take us through Max Anstey. What did you see with him?
No, he looked good throughout the whole day, right?
Mm-hmm. Solid.
I mean, he's whatever they're doing, hanging out with Deegs, hanging out with Christian Craig maybe in the camp. They're doing the right stuff out there. They got a good program going. I think they have fun with it too. You watch them boys just go and throw whips at the end of the day after they do that. I think they're doing something right in their camp.
Yeah. Stars just they're the cat's pajamas right now. I think, especially in the 250 class, it was
tell me they
always
bought a
PC.
Yamaha.
Yeah, it was always PC, and now you got guys like your boy Kitchen holding down the fort.
Well, Kitchen, he didn't hold down anything.
He didn't hold down.
Yeah. Dirt Tricks buy a Yamaha yet or what?
Brother, we got Yamahas on stock.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Next thing's the KDX 200. That thing's going to take it to the top spot.
That's going to be the river. But hey,
Fourth year.
Mr. Wheezy, I actually have a valid question for you this week. So we have some serious no-shows in Supercross this year, okay? Let's name them down. Jet, Lawrence, no-show, okay? Deegan, no-show.
Mm-hmm.
Kitchen, no-show.
Yeah.
I know it was only one race, okay? I'm willing to let that go. But talk some shit, dude. What is going on with these top-level guys, top contracts in moto, no-show?
Man, you kind of see it happen in all sports. They sign the big contract.
Mm-hmm.
They don't show up. You see it happen in football. You see it happen in the UFC. You see it happen now in moto. Are they getting a little too big for their britches, or are they just blame it on a new bike, new year, new technology, new suspension, new setting? What is it? They're not jiving. We saw it. Case Sexton again and again and again when a new bike came out. Is that the easy thing to blame it on? I don't know.
As the drive, you're calling out the drive. I think honestly that's a good call because these guys are getting fat and sassy off this money now, and why push it? Why I mean, Tomac probably has $15 million in his bank account right now, and he's rolling around with a broken leg. Maybe they just don't teach him like they used to.
That's after that COVID shot. Everybody's a little bit weaker these days.
That's true.
Let's take the politics out of that real quick, though, and just say, ever since 2020, I tend to agree with Mr. Wheezy here.
Yeah.
There's something that's happened to the panty liners.
Something in the water, yeah.
Something on the panty liners of these guys, because I don't see that. I don't see that strut anymore. You'd see that strut when they come out on the track, and you're like, okay, now show us something, and they do.
Yeah.
But now it's like they come out on the track, and they're signing autographs and kissing babies and taking selfies with the fans, and then it's like, hang on a second. I don't want a picture with the dude that took fifth.
Bro, good call out, man. That's freaking solid. I wouldn't want to get a kitchen autograph.
But here's the question. Are the tracks getting more techy? Are the tracks getting faster? I think that plays into it too, right? The level of the sport has increased astronomically.
Yes, substantially. I do not think so. So I think we pansied it up a little bit. Like now we have the whoop rule, the 9 whoop rule. We have the Dragon's Back rule, all those things now. So we're pussifying it a little bit, if anything.
Well, I think the riders have too much of an opinion on it because the riders obviously want the 9 whoop rule. They want the no Dragon Back. They want the no big ski jumps like we see.
I disagree. I think the top level guys want that technicality because I think guys like. Let's talk some stuff here. I think Roxon is so good in whoops that he prefers longer whoop sections. I think that guys like Coop, who would rather jump a whoop section, is like on the other side being like, hey, no, I actually like.
But that's what I'm saying. It's getting muddled because now everyone's got an opinion on the matter, just like in America nowadays, obviously. Mm-hmm. Now it's watered down, so the guys chirping in the back that are saying these words are starting to get these tracks changed for the worse, for the racing portion of it. I mean,
I don't know if you guys watched the press conference though. Webb he was skimming the whoops. He actually said, all the guys in his corner said, no more jumping. We're going to skim. So he was moving good in the whoops, and he turned the corner and he's like, all right, jumping's not a thing. And if you guys watched, Mookie obviously was really good in the whoops.
Yeah.
I don't want to skip ahead, but my man was going to pass Chase no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was coming.
That was a freight train coming.
I text Zach, and I said, Imagine if Mookie passes Chase in like within a minute.
It happened.
It happened. It was that fast.
Yeah, let's stop talking about the 250 snooze fest because that race was no bueno.
It was, dude. That was one of the worst 250 races. Like they could have just like completely cut that out of the broadcast, and I would have been so stoked.
Totally stoked with that. And then the 450s come up, like you said, no easy. Mookie, fastest guy on the track, gets the dub. Finally, dude.
32 years of age.
32. Let's say that again. 32 years old because these guys are saying these guys are washed at 28. These guys are still winning in their.
Nah, they're not washed at 28.
No, not at all. It's freaking nuts.
40's the new 30.
I agree. No easy. You could speak to that. What are you, 39?
Ooh, my body is 65, but I'm the beautiful age of 34.
There you go. See, he's still in his prime. Still in his prime, dude.
Dash adds 23 years.
Now I said this to Clint earlier in our show. I don't think Sexton's got anything for Webb. What do you say?
I think Webb's
Championship
got blood
wise.
in the water. Webb's got blood in the water. You've seen it
Yeah.
years and years again. When Webb starts that confidence and starts moving, it's hard, and he's so consistent. You know, how many big injuries has Webb? He's kind of like. And this could be controversial, but he's kind of like the modern day Dungy. You don't see a lot of crazy theatrics out of him, a lot of crazy stuff, but he's there time in and time again. Not like your boy Clint Roxon. I don't even know what happened to him. Blaming on the lapper.
He wasn't running DT.
The dude's been splitting so much tail lately. He thought he could split the lappers. All right,
Splitting cheeks.
I know. I think Webb's, like I said, I think Webb's gonna. He sees the writing on the wall. He sees Tomac out. He sees Lawrence out. Chase, can Chase buckle down and do it? Will there be another asterisk there like the outdoor season again?
Chase needs some training wheels, I'll admit, but I think for you to say that he's seen it year after year is BS. You got to remember, Coop went out with a hurt thumb last year, like a little pansy, a hurt thumb.
Thumbs are important. You need those.
Dude, my guy Jesse Nelson, look him up, number 13.
Doesn't ride with a thumb.
Doesn't even need a thumb and rides.
Yeah.
And was one of the fastest on the planet.
Yeah.
Forget
Jesse
your thumb.
Nelson was badass. Troy Lee. How could you forget Jesse Nelson? Badass on a razor now. Kid's a living legend.
Yeah,
That's right.
He is.
Don't give me this thumb
Troy Lee
stuff.
Honda, too. That was such a sick ride.
Now, I will admit, in 4K, Ken Roxon having that, so when, let's say, even if his chain stayed on in that crash, right?
He's going back to ninth.
He's sitting there kicking that bike like it owed him $15, dude, for every second he was out. Like, he was kicking that thing, and it wasn't lighting. Now,
Bro, but he was getting caught.
That's
Ando would have passed him.
no, I don't think
passed
Ando
him.
would have passed him.
Oh, he
I
would've.
don't think Ando would
Dude,
have passed him.
Roxon
But
was sucking it.
Ken would have podiumed. Woulda, coulda. He would have podiumed. Hey,
Hold on, where does Mookie stay in this whole conversation?
no, we would have shifted. Everyone would have shifted out. Just Ken would have podiumed. Listen. Okay, Ken still he's got, after that debacle with the lapped riders, I think he's pissed off. Like, coming into Detroit, he's gonna be listening to D12 all weekend. He's ready.
He is.
He's ready. He should be. He really should be. And, I mean, this goes back to the lappers. I mean, Webb said it. Anderson talked about it in the press conference afterwards. They got to do something with this. These guys think they can get on the tail, and it's so frustrating to watch.
Yep.
You're missing out on good battles because we got Vince Freezy type athletes there that are like, I'm going to get in the way. I'm going to learn from them. I'm all of a sudden
With the
gonna
Vince
compete."
Freezy build.
No, but
Man.
hold on. That's why I think our sport is so good. Because honestly, it's just like football, right? No one goes to watch the guy kicking the damn ball, but most of the time it comes down to that dude.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are creating the outcomes of these races, and that's what makes it so freaking insane. This race would have been cool because Mookie won, but I kind of liked seeing Ken Roxon flying through the air. Not that he got hurt, but basically saying, like, dude, anything can happen. Anything can happen at any corner, any straight, any rhythm. The dude.
Yeah, but I'd much rather you watching Ken battle for a podium position and
He
seeing
wouldn't
a
have
great
been.
battle going on than seeing him wad up with old boy on the red bike.
Yeah. You guys are making good points. Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. You'd like to think Kenny was just getting going. You'd like to think this, and you hate to see it happen. You know, sure, him and Anderson battling, run into each other, crash, different story. But him and a lapper run into each other and crash, that kind of bums you out.
Yeah. Oh, and dude, we got to blow some smoke right now. We got to throw some shade on Honda. They don't have a knife in the fight right now. Hymus is the only guy
on a 250. No one on the 450.
Hymus is the only freaking guy that is on a bike going, dear Lord, don't let me end up like my teammates. All three of them.
Honestly, I think they call Stu and RC from the broadcast down at this point.
Anything's better. Like I don't know. Do they need to walk it back to the 24 model just so they can get a damn finish?
Ooh, that's you might get blocked for that.
Be real. Drop it in the comments, guys. Be real.
They might get the electric bike out. Bring it out. Trey Canard.
Yeah, maybe Canard comes out and races.
If you're listening, TC 4-1.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's taken the 41 plate yet.
No, Canard, go for it, dude. That would actually be pretty solid. Bring Shorty back and bring Canard back.
Shorty, I doubt it.
Hey.
Shorty, but I will see you a Trey Canard and raise you El Chupacabra. Blake Baggett.
Man, he's got
maybe in the outdoors. Maybe in the outdoors. I think it's kind of like Andrew Short, my man. He's built for the outdoors, built for the Dakar, built for the riverbeds of Texas. Not for the Supercross whoops and the triples.
Valuable. Valuable.
Good points. Before we let you go, Wheezy, what are your picks for this week? Again, we're in Detroit. We got to know what you know. What's your picks?
What does Wheezy know?
I don't like to say this very often, but Wheezy doesn't know. Wheezy's going to have to put everybody's name in a hat and pick them out.
Oh, you're doing the classic hat pull.
Oh, yeah. Dude, we'll call it the pointy hat pull. It's kind of like, yeah. I don't know. I think you got to go. I'm going to put Chase on the top box.
Whoa. Thank you. Thank God.
Same with someone. That's crazy.
Someone other than me has a sense of.
You know what? He's going to rebound. This guy has to. Otherwise, his confidence is going to be so low. He might as well start an OnlyFans if he can't do this. I mean, that's how low his confidence is going to be. And then
Carnow, get him signed.
Yeah, Carnow, hook him up.
Yeah. Get him on there. The OF.
So you got Sexton.
I think I got Sexton. I got Webb.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of hard. I think you're going to see Roxon right there in third.
Yep.
Oh, wow, you got the same picks as Clint.
You're beaming him in.
Yeah.
I'm getting 60 this weekend.
You ready for fourth?
Yep.
I'm going Anderson, and I'm going Malcom.
Oh, you exactly nailed my picks, bro. Let's freaking go.
I'm making points on y'all.
Ando and Mookie.
That's crazy.
That's right.
Guy just won.
Wheezy freaking knows. I'm going to say it right now.
Guy
Wheezy
just won, and you got him in
knows.
fifth.
Him and I, we are wrapping up this weekend plus 60. Just watch.
You were line for line the same as Clint. Who do you got for 13th? Because you got to break it apart somehow.
No. Let's keep this rolling.
I like Shane Malkaroff.
That's different.
But I like that better than mine because I picked Savachi for 13, and I said I don't like that. Mm-hmm. So I do.
That's a tough one. I think that could be anyone from the top 5 could end up on 13. That's a tough spot. I don't like the 13th pick.
Yeah,
it's a weird one.
It's a weird one.
Like I would much rather have an 18th pick or something like that than
or 7th or an 8th.
Yeah.
What I will say is No Easy is in between both myself and Clint in the point standings in the group. So we got to get some points, guys, because we're.
It's all right. Me and Wheezy, we're going plus 60 this weekend. Just watch.
You heard it here.
Let's do it. It's
Wheezy,
real, boys.
Wheezy, sign us out, bud.
Guys. It's been good talking to you guys.
Hey.
You too.
See you next week.
All right. Buenas noches.
I love nachos. They're good nachos.
Yeah, good nachos.
Up in Canada. No Wheezy, everyone. Thanks for calling in, bud.
Yeah, that was always fun. Always a good time. We'll have to get his buddy Hackadoo on the next one, too, I think. Factory
That would be cool. Former Factory Hackadoo.
Let's get him on because he's got a lot of opinions, and especially about Jet. Me and him got in a couple little heated arguments about that guy.
No kidding.
He loves him. Kind of like Clint.
Yeah. We can
But
hang out.
I don't know. I think I could kind of trump him on the conversation because I knew what was happening. But hey, guys, no Wheezy. Does he know?
We'll find out.
Stamp it. Those are our picks. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully, this is much better of a race as far as injuries go.
Can we pray real quick?
Do it.
Dear Jesus, please, Lord, please don't let anyone else get hurt this year.
Yes.
Watch over them, keep them safe.
Yes, sir.
This is not satirical, guys. We need our pros to finish safe.
Yes.
In Jesus' name.
Amen. Man, we need this bad, guys. We need health in the paddock again. No more bottle flu.
Yeah.
No more legs broken.
Oh.
Thank you guys for staying tuned. We really appreciate it. We're getting closer to that 200 number. I do also want to shout out Daxton over at Rocky Mountain for RM Fantasy. Obviously, we wouldn't be here without those guys. They hooked us up with some jerseys that were given away at the end of the season, signed memorabilia. So thank you for thinking of us, guys. Couldn't do it without you. Stay tuned next week.
Yeah,
we'll see
you guys. Have a happy weekend. Peace out.